So guys, I'm sorry to hark on about the UK, but we have to just keep looking at it as it is a complete outlier compared to every other country. And I'll explain to you why. There was a thing I got today about the issues with the UK. The Green Deal costs more. The renewable energy costs more than fossil fuels. Crime is up, shoplifting is up, immigration is through the roof. And then someone commented and said, "Yeah, but this is relevant to every country." And I was like, "You're actually right. That's true. It is relevant to every country. There is just one difference. There is just one big difference, and that the UK has no end in sight. There is no hope on the horizon." Let's go country by country. Starting with the wokest country in the world, Canada. So they have Trudeau, currently psycho, trans policies and green policies and open borders, absolute psycho. But his opposition is Pulivar, who's really good. He speaks the right thing. He wants to control immigration. He wants houses to be built. He's pro-capitalism. He's very good. Okay? So they've got an option. They can get out of this mess. France, currently polling number one, is Le Pen, right? The right-wing candidate compared to Macron. That's fine. Germany has the AfD, which is basically far-right, polling at number two. The second biggest party, and there's percentage-wise, so that means number two actually gets a place in the parliament. Then you got Holland, far left country, but they have two brand new parties that weren't even there before. People are so frustrated. They're so frustrated with the political establishment. There's two brand new parties, the Farmers Union and this other guy, that are right-wing and want to abolish all the green policies. They want to get rid of all of them, which is very shocking, and go that way. So they're going to have options. The only problem with the UK is you have currently the right wing is in charge, and it's a closed shop system, which means no new parties can get in. So Nigel Farage, for instance, tried with the Brexit party to get in a few years ago, got 20% of the vote, and got 0 seats. Not even 1 seat, because of the way it works. So it's totally fake. Now, you can say the USA is exactly the same thing. As Gorbachev said, the difference between the USSR and the USA is just one party. Right? So the USA only has two parties, and they are essentially the uni party. They're exactly the same. They talk in different platitudes, but they're exactly the same. However, Trump is not. And that's their problem, that there is a real opportunity for a real difference to come back again. And so that's why they're different. So they have that opportunity. In the UK, the ruling Conservatives got voted in 3 years ago with an absolute majority. Now, the UK, the way it works is when you have an absolute majority in Parliament, anything can go through, because the second house is simply a puppet. House of Lords goes back and forth, and eventually you force them to do what you want. So it's literally just the Parliament decides. They could get anything through. What did they decide this week to get through? Did they want to stop illegal immigration? Deport them or something like that? They talk about we're really going to get tough and we're going to do it. Did they get rid of legal migration? Legal. It's legal. They signed into law what we said was allowed is not allowed. Running at 1.1 million a year this last year, 1.2 million the year before, and again, only inaugurated because of Boris 3 years before. They could get rid of it today. It's legal. Make it illegal. Don't want to touch it. Then we have all the green rubbish we know is expensive. It costs more. It's subsidized to the hilt. It's the taxpayers funding it. If you didn't subsidize it, not a single turbine would be moving. Not a single one would be allowed. And we had this week as well. They tried to do an auction for new wind farms, and the government just set the subsidies slightly less, double, by the way, the cost of gas per megawatt hour. Double the cost with minimum pricing. We guarantee you double the current cost of gas. Not one bid. Still, we can't do it. Even with double the cost, guaranteed, they still can't provide that energy. They need 3 to 4 times more, which is what the UK taxpayer is currently paying for their dumb renewable energy. But anyway, did they want to get rid of that? No. They in fact pushed through more green things with jail sentences. From now on, anyone at the end who doesn't put a heat pump in their building or doesn't abide by the crazy green laws they'll get fined. They'll get fined in the tens of thousands of pounds, and if they still don't comply, they will be jailed. Okay? I just want to tell you that. They will be jailed. Currently, there's shoplifting rampant in the UK. No one is getting jailed. These guys, you don't put a heat pump in, you're going to jail. This is on the books this week. They just signed it into law. They did deal with migration. They did deal with shoplifting. They didn't deal with stopping taxpayer money going to green rubbish. No, they just dealt with more climate change. This is from a right-wing, supposedly, government. So what's going to happen next year in the UK? General election. And your choice is going to be more of the same, which is it's more far left than the Democratic Party of America. Or you've got Labour, which is going to be even more left-wing than that. I don't even know how much more. Could they let in more illegal immigrants? I mean, it's open border at the moment. Could they let in more illegal migrants? I don't know what else they could do to be even more left, but I'm sure they'll find a way to be even more left. I don't know what they'll do. And that is why the UK, I said to you, Germany a few weeks ago was bad. The current situation is really bad. But if they're going to get their right-wing parties in and they actually stop the madness going on, there is a potential, and it's only a potential if they stop the war in Ukraine, all this, there is a potential for them to get out. But for the UK, just for the medium, in fact, it's just a long time, there is no ability for another political party to get in. That's why the Conservatives are acting like this. There is no way for any new party to get in. They just talk platitudes all day long. Oh, we've got to reduce the benefit bill. You know, there's 6.3 million sickness benefit when there was 1 million 10 years before. 2025 will do it. I.e., next election when Labour get in, we're not going to do it. They can do it today. They can sort it out today. Stop it. No, we're going to pass a more ESG bill instead. This is where the UK is. They just talk in platitudes, lies after lies after lies, and eventually you get to Argentina, where the politicians have been lying, and every election is more lies and more lies. Now, in Argentina, currently a country has 47 million people. How many people work in the private sector? 11 million. Whoa. That's 11 million have jobs. 3 million are government employees. So you actually only have 8 million private sector workers out of 47 million people. That is basically communism. And that is the way the UK is definitely going at the moment, and with no hope in sight. There is no one to stop either of these two parties doing that. There is no opportunity for a new party to come. It's not democracy. It's complete trash. There's no one to come in. There's no opposition to these policies. They're being ramshodded forward. They talk platitudes on TV. Yeah, we've got to stop immigration. You can do it. No, we're not actually going to do it. No one ever asked the follow-up question on TV. What do you do about immigration? Oh, yeah, it's really bad. Okay. Why didn't you stop it? Well, we can't stop it now. But you're in charge. That should be the question. But you're in charge now. Why can't you do it now? Why can't you do it today? Why can't you do it today? Why can't you sign a bill today? Why can't you do everything today? No one says anything. It's just one question. They pivot. That's it. Done. They shift to another topic. It's pathetic. So the UK, I'm going to have to retract what I said about Germany, because Germany, yes, in trajectory, it's worse than the UK at the moment. But they have an opportunity to get out, and from the way the polls are going, it looks like they will, unless they ban the AfD, which is also what they're looking at doing, because they're so democratic. They might actually ban them. And then I'll have to update this. But until then, it looks like they have an opportunity to get out. The UK has nothing. There is no hope. Who would you vote for? There is no one to vote. It's pointless. It's a joke. I mean, I will be voting reform, and I recommend everyone to do so. But What's their chances of getting one seat? Zero. Zero.